Welcome to Accent Podcast. I'm truly happy you're here. Whether you're walking, commuting, or just relaxing at home, you're investing time in yourself, and that's powerful. Today's topic? It's something we all struggle with, yet it shapes our entire life. It's not money, it's not talent, it's time. Let's explore how managing your time can change your life forever. Take a deep breath. Let's begin. Part 1. Time is your most valuable asset. Let me ask you a question. What is the most valuable thing in your life? Some people say money, others say love, some might say health. But there's one thing even more valuable than all of those. It's time. Why? Because time is the only thing you can never get back. Once it's gone forever. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose energy and recover with rest. You can even lose opportunities and find new ones. But time? Time is final. There is no refund, no rewind, no reset. And yet, we spend time so carelessly. We waste it like we have an unlimited supply. We say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start next week. I'm just killing time. But imagine if you were literally killing gold every time you said that. Imagine throwing diamonds into the trash, because that's what you're doing. When you waste your time, here's something powerful to think about. Everyone on this planet, rich or poor, successful or struggling, gets the exact same 24 hours in a day. No one gets more, no one gets less. It's the ultimate equalizer. And yet, some people build companies, write books, raise families, stay fit, and help others. All in the same 24 hours. Meanwhile, others feel like the day just disappears. They say, I don't know where my time went. I didn't get anything done. I'm always busy, but nothing is finished. So what's the difference? It's not time. It's how they use their time. Let's break it down. 24 hours a day. That's 1,440 minutes. Or 86,400 seconds. You wouldn't waste $86,400 if someone gave it to you every day, right? But you're given that much time, every single day. And most people throw it away, scrolling on their phones, watching hours of TV, complaining, procrastinating, living without purpose. I'm not saying you can't rest. Rest is important. Relaxing is good. But when you don't even know where your time is going, that's when life starts to slip away. Let's look at some numbers. Let's say you sleep 8 hours a night. That leaves you with 16 hours. If you work for 8 hours, you still have 8 hours left. So where do they go? Do they go into your dreams, your family, your health? Or do they vanish into mindless habits? Think about someone you admire, maybe a successful entrepreneur, or a great athlete, or a kind teacher. They don't have more time than you. They just use their time differently. They protect it. They plan it. They honor it. And you can do the same. Now let's look at how most people spend their time. It's a typical day. Wake up. Check your phone. Scroll social media for 30 minutes. Rush to get ready. Commute. Work or study for hours. Come home. Watch TV. Eat. More screen time. Sleep. Then repeat. How much of that time was intentional? How much helped you move closer to your dreams? It's not that we don't have time, it's that we don't always realize where our time goes. The truth is, you can't manage time until you become aware of it. You need to track it, measure it, protect it. Because time is not something you find, it's something you make. So here's the mindset shift. Time is not something you use up, it's something you invest. Imagine every hour like money. Would you spend it on something pointless? Or would you invest it in your future? Every hour you spend learning improves your mind. Every hour spent with family strengthens love. Every hour spent exercising builds your health. So ask yourself, where am I investing my time today? Think of your life like a bank. Each morning, the bank deposits 86,400 seconds into your account. You can use them however you want, but at the end of the day, whatever you didn't use is gone forever. No savings, no rollover, no refunds. You can't borrow from tomorrow. You can't carry it into next week. So the question is, how will you spend those seconds today? Will you waste them on regret, fear, or gossip? Or will you spend them on growth, kindness, and love? Because whether you like it or not, that account resets every day. And one day, it will stop depositing. Let's talk about the hidden thieves of time. We don't always notice them, but they steal our future 1 second at a time. Here are some of the worst: mindless scrolling, constant notifications, overthinking, perfectionism, procrastination, saying yes to everything, and doing things that don't even matter to you. Be honest, how much time did you lose to those habits this week? Just 1 hour a day wasted is 7 hours a week. That's 364 hours a year. That's over 15 days. Imagine what you could do with 15 extra days every year. Learn a skill, start a side hustle, write a book, get in shape, reconnect with loved ones. The time is there. You just have to stop giving it away. Wasting time isn't just a short-term issue. It has long-term consequences. You miss chances. You delay your goals. You build regret. And the worst part? You don't even notice until it's too late. Time doesn't shout. It whispers. It says, I gave you a chance. I gave you today. What did you do with it? And one day, you'll wish you could go back. But time only moves forward. So don't wait until you're older. To respect your time, start now. Because your future self is watching. Here's the truth. No one is going to manage your time for you. Not your boss, not your family, not your friends. Only you. You are responsible for how you spend your time. And that's powerful. Because if you're responsible, then you're also in control. You can change. You can grow. You can build a new routine, a new habit, a new life. And it starts 1 minute at a time. Let's keep it simple. Here are 5 things you can do right now. Track your time for 1 day. Write down how you spend each hour. Identify time wasters. Be honest. Eliminate or reduce them. Make a simple plan the night before. Decide your top 3 priorities. Use a timer for focus. Try the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break. Celebrate small wins. Every task completed builds momentum. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. So now you know, time is your most valuable asset. It's more precious than gold, more powerful than talent, more important than luck, because how you spend your time is how you spend your life. Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for someday. Make today count. Make the minutes matter. Live on purpose, because every second is a seed. What you plant today, you will harvest tomorrow. And the best time to start is always now. Let's be honest. How many times have you said this? I don't have time. I wish I could, but I'm just too busy. There are not enough hours in a day. It sounds true. But is it really? Here's a hard truth. When we say, I don't have time, what we really mean is, it's not a priority. Think about it. You say you don't have time to exercise, but you watched Netflix for 2 hours last night. You say you don't have time to read, but you scrolled social media for 45 minutes before bed. You say you don't have time to work on your goals, but you spent your weekend on things that didn't matter. The truth is, you do have time. You're just spending it elsewhere. Let's flip the sentence. Instead of saying, I don't have time, try saying, it's not a priority right now. That changes everything. It forces you to take responsibility. It makes you look at your choices. Because time is not lost. It's spent. You're not out of time. You're choosing how to use it. And every choice has a cost. Let me give you an example. 2 people both work 9-to-5 jobs. They both have families. They both commute. They both feel tired. One of them says, I don't have time to learn. The other one wakes up an hour earlier, listens to audiobooks during the commute, reads for 10 minutes before bed. And in 6 months, they're speaking a new language. What's the difference? Not time. Priorities. Discipline. Intentionality. We often blame time, but time is innocent. Time is neutral. It's what you do with it that matters. Imagine blaming a pen for not writing a book, or blaming a gym for not getting fit. That's what we do with time. We say, I didn't have time, when really, we just didn't choose to use it. Here's a powerful exercise. Take a blank sheet of paper, draw 2 columns. In column 1, write down what you say are your top priorities. Health, family, learning, career. Now, in column 2, write how you spent your time yesterday. Hour by hour. Do the 2 columns match? If not, that's your wake-up call. You're not living according to your values. You're reacting to life instead of leading it. And that's why you feel like you don't have time. Let's talk about busy versus productive. There's a big difference. Being busy means being in motion, running, replying, rushing, filling the day. But being productive means moving with purpose, working on the right things, not just doing more, doing what matters. Some people are busy 12 hours a day, but don't move an inch toward their goals. Others work 3 focused hours and make huge progress. Don't confuse motion with meaning. Don't wear busy like a badge of honor. Be effective, not just active. Here's another trap, waiting for time to appear. We think, when I have time, I'll start. When work slows down, I'll focus. When the kids grow up, I'll chase my dream. But guess what? That perfect time never comes. Life is always moving. There will always be laundry, emails, bills, noise, distractions. If you wait for life to get quiet, you'll be waiting forever. You don't find time, you make it. You carve it out. You defend it. You protect it like gold, because no one else will do it for you. Let me tell you a story. There was a young mother with 2 kids and a full-time job. Every day was chaos. Work, school drop-off, cooking, cleaning, bedtime. She wanted to write a book, but she told herself, I don't have time. One day she stopped saying that. She started waking up 30 minutes earlier. She wrote just 1 paragraph a day. It wasn't much, but it was progress. A year later, she had a finished manuscript and a publishing deal. All from 30 minutes a day, all from choosing to make time. You don't need to do everything. You just need to do something that matters. Cut 10 minutes from scrolling. Use it to stretch. Call someone you love. Write a journal entry. Watch a TED Talk. Small steps matter because they add up. 10 minutes a day equals 60 hours a year. That's almost 3 full days. Imagine what you can build in 3 days. Start small, but start now. Here's the final truth. I don't have time is rarely true. Most of the time, it's a habit, a reflex, a way to avoid hard things. It's easier to say no time than to say, I'm scared. I don't know where to start. I don't feel ready. But your future doesn't care how you feel. It's shaped by what you do. And your time? It's the tool you use to shape that future. So next time you want to say, I don't have time, stop. Say instead, it's not a priority. And ask yourself, do I like that answer? If not, change it, shift it, act on it, because time is always there, waiting for you to take it seriously. Part 3. Planning. Your life's blueprint. Imagine building a house. Without a plan, no blueprint, no layout, no idea where the rooms go. Would that house be strong? Would it even stand? Probably not. It would be messy, fragile, chaotic. Now think about your life. Are you building it without a plan? Here's the truth. Without a plan, you don't live by design. You live by default. You react instead of lead. You survive instead of thrive. A plan is not a cage, it's freedom. Because when you plan, you choose what matters. You decide where your energy goes. Most people wake up and ask, what do I have to do today? But successful people wake up and say, what do I want to do today? What will move me forward? What's the one thing that matters most? That difference in mindset changes everything. Planning is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a simple plan, one that's clear, one that's honest. Here's where I am, Here's where I want to go. Here's what I'll do today to move closer. Let's start small. Before you go to bed each night, ask yourself 3 questions. What are my top 3 priorities for tomorrow? What is one thing I must not forget? How do I want to feel when the day ends? That's your plan. That's your map. And it only takes 5 minutes. You don't need a fancy planner. A notebook is enough. Even a sticky note will work. The point is, write it down. Because what gets written gets remembered. What gets remembered gets done. Some people say, I don't need to plan. I just go with the flow. But here's the thing. The flow will take you anywhere. It won't always take you where you want to go. Planning gives you direction, like a compass in the forest, like GPS on a long road. It doesn't control every step, but it keeps you on track. Planning also reduces stress. Why? Because your brain doesn't like open loops. It likes clarity. It likes structure. When you write a to-do list, your brain feels safer, less overwhelmed, more focused. You're no longer juggling everything in your head. You've got it on paper. That's powerful. Let's talk about planning your energy, not just your time. Most people ask, how long will this take? But smart people ask, when do I have the most energy to do this well? Do you write better in the morning? Plan creative tasks then. Do you feel tired after lunch? Plan light tasks for that time. Use your energy wisely. That's how you win your day. Here's another powerful tip. Plan your day in blocks. It's called time blocking. Instead of having a long to-do list, you assign time for each task. 8 to 9. Exercise 9 to 11. Or setsu. Deep work 11 to 12. Meetings 1, Euro 2, 1. Emails 3:30. Personal project 4 to 5. Free or buffer time. This helps you stay focused, and it stops you from multitasking, because multitasking feels efficient, but it actually slows you down. Planning also means planning for failure. Yes, failure. Because not every day goes as planned, and that's okay. Plan for interruptions, for traffic, for bad moods, for surprises. That's not being negative. That's being realistic. And when the unexpected happens, you won't panic, because you saw it coming. Here's something you might not expect. Planning actually gives you more freedom, more time to relax, more space for spontaneity, more peace of mind. Because when the important things are scheduled, the rest of life feels lighter, less rushed, more intentional. Let's bust a myth. Planning is not just for work. You can plan joy. You can plan rest. You can plan fun. Write it down. 6 to 7, play with my kids. 8:30 to 9:30, watch a movie I love. Sunday morning, go for a walk by the river. When something matters to you, don't wait for time. Make time, and plan for it. Let me tell you a story. A man once said to his mentor, I feel like my life is out of control. The mentor gave him a jar, and next to it, big rocks, small pebbles, and sand. He said, put them all in. The man started with the sand, then the pebbles, then tried to fit the rocks. They didn't fit. The mentor smiled. Try again. Start with the big rocks. This time, he put the big rocks first, then the pebbles, then the sand. Everything fit. The lesson? If you don't schedule your big rocks first, they'll never fit in your day. So what are your big rocks? Your health? Your relationships? Your dreams? Your growth? Put them on your schedule. Not someday. Today. Because someday is not a day of the week. You might think, but I've tried planning before. I always fail. That's okay. Planning is not about perfection. It's about progress. You don't have to get it right every day. You just have to keep showing up. Think of planning like brushing your teeth. You don't skip it just because you forgot yesterday. You pick it up again today. Here are 5 things you can do to start planning your life. Pick one time each night to prepare for tomorrow. Just 10 minutes. No pressure. Set 3 clear priorities for the next day. Don't list 10. Just 3 that really matter. Use a calendar or planner you actually enjoy. Digital or paper, whatever works for you. Review your week every Sunday. What worked? What didn't? What will you change? Forgive yourself when plans break. Adjust, reboot, keep going. Planning doesn't just organize your day. It organizes your mind. It gives you clarity, direction, and control. You stop being a passenger. You become the driver. You stop asking, "Where did the time go?" and start saying, "I know where my time went. And it mattered." So ask yourself today, am I planning my life or letting life plan me? Because if you don't design your future, someone else will, and their plans might not include your dreams. Part 4. The 80-20 Rule, Pareto Principle. Let me tell you something powerful. It might change how you see your entire day. It's called the 80-20 Rule, also known as the Pareto Principle. It says 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. That means not everything you do matters equally. Not every task creates the same impact. Let's break that down. Out of all the things you do in a week, only a few actually move your life forward. The rest? Just noise, distraction, activity without progress. So if you want to grow faster, work smarter. Focus on the 20% that brings the biggest results. Think about it. You might have 10 things on your to-do list, but maybe only 2 really matter. Those 2 tasks bring in the clients. Those 2 actions deepen your relationships. Those 2 habits change your life. So why do we waste time on the other 8? Here's the truth. We love checking things off. It feels good, even if it doesn't move us forward. That's called fake productivity. You feel busy, but you're not actually building anything meaningful. You clean your inbox. You answer texts. You organize your desk. But your dream? Still untouched. The 80-20 rule invites you to ask, what is my 20%? What are the few things I do that bring most of the value to my life? It could be 1 powerful workout each week, 1 deep conversation with your child, 1 focused hour on your project, 1 daily habit that transforms your health. Those are your gold. Don't trade them for junk. Here's an example. Imagine a freelance designer. She has 10 clients, but only 2 clients give her 80% of her income. That's her 20%. So what should she do? Give more time to those 2. Deliver her best work to them. And reduce the time spent chasing low-paying, stressful projects. More impact, less chaos. Or think about learning English. You could spend 10 hours memorizing rare vocabulary, or spend 2 hours mastering the 100 most common words. Which one helps you speak faster? Which one boosts your confidence sooner? Again, 80-20. Here's how to apply it in your life. Start by making a list of all the tasks you do in a week. Be honest. Work, habits, social life, self-care, everything. Now ask, which 20% of these give me 80% of my joy, my results, my energy? Circle them, protect them. Plan your week around them. Let's go deeper. The 80-20 rule applies to problems too. Often, 80% of your stress comes from 20% of the things you tolerate. A toxic relationship, a messy workspace, a habit of saying yes too much. Fix those few things, and your whole life feels lighter. Apply it to time wasting. If 20% of your activities steal 80% of your time, then stop doing those first. You don't need more time. You need fewer distractions. Let's try something right now. Think of your goals. What's one goal you really care about? Now list everything you've done for it this week. Which action helped the most? That's your 20%. Now double it. Repeat it. Build your day around it. Some people fear letting go of the 80% that's unproductive. They say, but I have to do it all. No, you don't. You have to do what matters. Doing less isn't lazy. It's smart. It's strategic. Your job is not to do everything. It's to do the right things, at the right time, with the right energy. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who wanted to write a novel. He spent weeks researching, organizing his desk, buying fancy notebooks, but never wrote the first chapter. Then one day, he realized that writing 500 words a day, just that, was the 20% that mattered. So he blocked 30 minutes each morning, every single day. And in 3 months, he had a full draft. No more excuses. Just focused action. So what's your 500 words a day? What's the one thing that, if done consistently, would change everything? It might be small, but it's not about size. It's about significance. Start there. Build around that. Let's turn the 80-20 rule into a habit. Here's how. Weekly review. At the end of each week, ask, what few things brought me the biggest results? Daily focus. Each morning, write your Power 3. The 3 tasks that matter most today. Eliminate noise. Identify the 20% of things causing 80% of stress. Then take action to remove them. Say no more often. Don't let the unimportant crowd out the essential. Double down on your strengths. What are you naturally good at? Do more of that. It brings bigger returns. Remember, the goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be purposeful, not busy, but effective, not overwhelmed, but aligned. The 80-20 rule isn't just about time, it's about impact. It's about cutting through the noise. To focus on what truly moves you. Because life is short, your energy is limited, and your dreams deserve your best. So give your best. To the things that matter most, you've made it to the end, but in truth, this is just the beginning. Because managing your time is really about managing your life. Every second you spend is a piece of your story, a page in your book, a brick in the house of your future. You now understand. Time is not just hours on a clock. It's your energy, your focus, your love, your choices. And the way you spend it shows what you value most. So ask yourself, what kind of life are you building with your time? Maybe you've made mistakes before. Maybe you've wasted time. Maybe you've said, I'll start tomorrow too many times. That's okay. Because you still have today. You still have this moment. And this moment can be the turning point. You don't have to fix everything at once, you just have to begin. Start with one better decision, one new habit, 1 hour of focused action, and over time, that will become a life you're proud of. No one else can manage your time for you. No one else can protect your minutes. No one else can chase your dreams. But you can. And you will. Because now you know the truth. You don't need more time. You need to use it better. So go now. Plan your day. Protect your priorities. Say no when you must. Focus on the few things that matter. And above all, live with intention. Live on purpose. Because when you manage your time wisely, you live fully. You love deeply. You grow consistently. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope these words inspire you to take back your minutes, to take back your power, to live the life you were meant for. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, don't count the hours. Make the hours count.